Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
We are here today to protest and to submit a letter to the National Assembly. I will be going through the press text. This press text is delivered by Global Integrity Crusade Network, GICN, during the mass rally held at the National Assembly Complex, Abuja, to further expose alleged corruption, fraud, and financial irregularities in Guarantee Trust Bank. On the 8th of October, 2024. Good morning, gentlemen of the press, fellow compatriots, and our dear friends here present. Recall that on Thursday, 3rd October 2024, we addressed the whole world about the massive corruption and rot owing in Guarantee Trust Bank, GTB. Today, we have gathered again to bring you up to speed with the latest discoveries by our team of investigators concerning the bank, which now have been considered by unsuspecting investors and customers to be healthy. As it is, our private investigation reports, which have been submitted to the relevant agencies both in Nigeria and abroad, shows that GTB, under the leadership of Segun Julius Agbaje, is involved in unsolicited accounts opening, declaration of fictitious profits, round-tripping, money laundering, terrorism financing, and use of customers/investors' funds to pay penalties in the United Kingdom. We have equally uncovered that one Mr. E complained to the Financial Ombudsman Service in the UK that GTB did not protect him from losing money to a scam. The said Mr. E said that in March 2023, he made a payment of £68,000 from his GTB account due to a scam. He subsequently realized the scam and got in touch with the bank, which later recovered £48,015.67 from the recipient account which held the money. Ultimately, GTB did not reimburse Mr. E's remaining loss of 19,984.33 pence. Certain information was requested from GTB to clarify whether it acted reasonably in dealing with Mr. E at that time, but GTB refused to respond. Whilst handing down a well-considered decision, Ombudsman Neil Bridge held that good industry practice demands that GTB ought reasonably to have been on the lookout for payments that were out of character to the extent that they might have indicated a fraud risk. Accordingly, GTB was directed to refund the said £19,984 to Mr. E, together with an 8% simple interest per year from the date of payment to the date of settlement. Back home in Nigeria, GTB featured prominently among the deposit money banks, DMBs, indicted in the report of the Financial Investigation on Central Bank of Nigeria and related entities, chargeable offenses, which was submitted by Jim Obazi and his team to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the 22nd December 2023. Part of the said report indicted GTB for unlawfully diverting the sum of 8,902,082 naira 10 kobo, being a percentage of the total reimbursement paid to it for participating in the Nigerian Electricity Market Stabilization Facility, NEMSIF. The fees were paid to the banks in the ratio of their contributions to the NEMSIF disbursement, according to external auditors' notes to the financial statement of NESI Stabilization Strategy Limited. We have received complaints from many Nigerians that GTB has been trapping and diverting foreign currency sent from their intermediary banks in Germany, UK, Switzerland, and Ghana. In most cases, GTB forms a syndicate that would threaten the recipients of such funds that the anti-graft agencies have flagged same as proceeds of money laundering or internet fraud, even when that is not the truth. This unholy practice has caused so many investors to lose, and a lot of them have tried to come back home and develop the country with a hard-earned money, but GTB has forestalled that. has forestalled that.
Very pathetic.
We have spelled out in our private investigation reports the various infractions and unwholesome activities committed by Guarantee Trust Bank. We hereby demand. We hereby demand. We hereby demand. We hereby demand that the EFCC, the National Assembly, the CBN, NFIU, and other regulatory authorities should take immediate action against GTB in the overall interest of their teeming customers and investors. In line In the event, that the relevant security agencies fail, neglect, or refuse to perform their duties in line with laid down laws, we shall not hesitate to file mandamus proceedings at the Federal High Court of Nigeria with a view to compelling them to do the needful.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, we urge the media not to relent in supporting us in this noble journey as we continue. Solidarity statement. GICN stands in unwavering solidarity with Precious Eze, Olawale Rotimi, Roland Olonishu, and Sheun Odunlami, who are bloggers who recently were remanded in Ikoyi prison by Justice Ayokunle Faji of the Federal High Court in Lagos State on the prompting of Segun Jilos Agbaje. We submit that the 2 count charges of cyberstalking and decimating false information filed against them are baseless. The only reason for their ordeal is that they were courageous enough to fight against Guaranty Trust Bank's alleged corruption. We condemn the attempt by Segun Jilos Agbaje to silence the civil society and the media from speaking the truth. Let him know that we at GICN are not cowards and will never be deterred by threats of legal action.
Exactly.
The fight against corruption is our collective responsibility for us.
Yes.
And for us, it is no retreat.
No surrender!
No retreat.
No surrender!
No retreat.
No surrender!
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.